Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Newport High School. As we are going to step away as the lineups for tonight's TVAA Basketball Championship are about to be announced. So we're glad you tuned in for this game. We'll be back after the lineups.
Be a fan by all means, cheer for the team and enjoy tonight's championship game here in the Tri-Valley League Champions for Boys. With a record of 13-9, here's your winner for the Greenwood Wildcats, led by head coach Troy Bennett, assisted by Kerwin and Kerwin. Here's the Cats, starting five. However, the 6-1 junior,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am Todd Rupp, joined by Coach Huffman here and Zach Smeltz. Caleb Shades on the production truck. We got Kaylee Crum on camera and Colton Zerby down there on the other camera. We thank those guys for their help tonight. And what should be a great ball game. What do you got for us, Zach?
Well, tonight should be some good matchups for both teams as you take a look at what these teams bring to offer, starting with Greenwood. And senior Aaron Bollinger has definitely had a huge year already. 18 points in their last game, including 5 3-pointers made, as well as junior Avery Mortar, who made 3-pointers in their last game and 12 points. And then you look at the Trojans and what they've been able to do. McElnair's, Nathan Wise, and Willis Gowski, key factors in what they do with McElnair's definitely being a key part of the inside paint, and 17 points in their last one. And we'll see what they have in store for this game as the tip goes the Trojans' way.
Man-to-man.
As we begin things
No
here.
surprise there. Greenwood opening up in man.
I think the key tonight, guys, is going to be if Greenwood's able to offensively keep up with the Trojans.
Right.
Trojans average scoring 64 points a game, and Greenwood averages 51, so definitely need to score more on their end of the game. As Ayers drives, his shot no good. And the board will come down to Avery Mortar. So good start for the Wildcat defense, definitely what they wanted to see there, as they look to get the first points on the board for this one tonight.
And Upper Dauphin also playing their man-to-man defense, so no surprises by either team here.
I know one of the keys for the Trojans is trying to stop Greenwood's high-low matchups as they try to get open shots from the perimeter.
Yeah, that's a little tougher against good man-to-man.
They were able to connect on 10 three-pointers in their semifinal game against Millersburg, and that one last touched by Nathan Wise.
So minute and 17 in and still scoreless.
There's a three-pointer by Pyle. That one off the front, rebounded by Ayers. There's a foul called. That one will go on Watts. One of the young phenoms, Will Laskowski for the Trojans, a young talent, only a sophomore. Definitely a key factor in what the Trojans do as Ayers banks that one in.
Yeah, that looked more like Mac on that play. That last possession wasn't his kind of play. That one was. That was tough.
There's the 1,000-point score for the Trojans, as many of you already know. Definitely in the running for MVP this season, along with Blasek from Halifax and Christian Bangman from Millersburg. There's a three-pointer by Aaron Bollinger, and that one is good.
Good shot.
Nate Wise drives the basket, puts it up and in. So a good take there by Nathan Wise in the paint.
Yeah, that's good to see him going to the bucket. He seen him make a lot of three-pointers this year, and to have him go in the bucket, that's good too, obviously.
Kyle drives right back for the Wildcats. A good answer back on the offensive end for Greenwood. Find themselves up by one right now.
We keep this pace up, boys. This is going to be a great game to watch.
Definitely, and I feel as the game moves forward, the crowd will definitely continue to stay in this one as we have a packed gym for this one as well. Ayers kicks to
Nice
Laskowski.
kick.
His shot from deep is good. Good look there by Macklin Ayers to get Will Laskowski the open three-pointer. Laskowski played really good in this semifinal matchup at 17 points, a couple of threes.
He did have a hot hand, and he's not one the Trojans usually look for to score a lot, but he's usually more of a distributor for UDA.
He leads the league in assists. The 106 as Bollinger gets his own rebound. Can't connect. Finally gets it up and in.
No coach likes to see the other team get that many shots after a miss.
Greenwood doing a great job on the offensive boards there. Trojans not doing a good job of boxing out.
No, with big guys like Ayers and Bellis inside, you expect the Trojans to do a little bit better at that. Hunter Lentz, the open three-pointer. That one no good. Ayers comes down with the board and the putback. Good take there by Macklin Ayers, getting the offensive rebound for the Trojans. Looks like Hunter Lentz is matched up on Aaron Bollinger. It should be a matchup to watch tonight. Bollinger the key factor for the Wildcats, as well as Pyle and Laskowski. There's a three-pointer taken in and out.
That was halfway down there.
A good rebound by Will Laskowski to fight for that one. Last three-pointer no good by Mortar. And Greenwood already making substitutions as Tyler Sherman and Brennan Miller check in for Pyle and Watts. One thing to look at as well is Greenwood up to 3 fouls and the Trojans with 0 so far. Little pick and roll action to get Ayers the ball. It's pass across the court.
Good ball movement there.
Laskowski, his three-pointer no good. Gonna be a push called underneath. That one's gonna go on Macklin Ayers.
That'll be the first foul on the Trojans.
They'll give Greenwood possession, finding themselves down by 2 to the Trojans.
A lot of screens being set by Greenwood. A lot of movement.
A lot of movement. I wonder if the team's going to, as this pace keeps on, Coach, throughout the game, team's going to be in maybe a little bit better shape, maybe have a deeper bench.
Right.
They have a little bit of an advantage.
Right.
Good move there to get away from Hunter Lentz by Mortar. Lentz reaches in for the steal there.
Got
Takes
through
it
on that one.
Oh,
Missed opportunity. Good hustle on D.
Definitely a missed opportunity for the Trojans. Mortar takes that one on his own. And a great finish for the Wildcats off of the missed opportunity by the Trojans.
Not quite as much movement on the offense for Upper Dauphin. There we go.
Nate Wise takes a three-pointer. That one no good. Usually able to connect on shots like them. Bollinger drives, jumps, and
Good
blocked by
defense
Hunter
again
Lentz.
by Hunter Lentz.
That's a head by Ayers. That one blocked by Mortar. The putback is good.
Good hustle play there by Macklin Ayers to follow that shot up and put it in.
Another steal by Hunter Lentz. Looking to finish this time. He's called for the travel, so 2 fast breaks by Hunter Lentz, and he's unable to do anything with either of them.
Yeah, I think he's a little
tell you
bit
what,
shy
though,
after missing the first 2, I think.
He's not a guy that Trojans rely on for a lot of points, but you see down here in the defensive end what he does for this team. He gives them a spark, and he has a lot of energy.
No doubt about that. Little flex action now by Greenwood. Down screens and cross screens. Lots of movement. Players can end up anywhere.
So 35 seconds left in the quick first quarter.
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun, Mr. Rupp.
Foul goes on Aaron Bollinger, his first of the night.
Looks like the Trojans are going to play for the last shot here, Coach.
A lot of coaches would.
Lentz the open three-pointer. That one's good.
Nice shot. Got a nice roll afterwards, and the clock will run out. That worked out all right. We still have time. Oh, and that's why you take the last shot of the quarter.
And a good three-pointer there by Mortar. Send us into the second quarter. The Trojans find themselves up by 2, but Greenwood answering late. We'll see what the second quarter has in store when we come back at the Trojan boys final against Greenwood in the TVAA League finals. We'll be back.
Shade Electric 2 is located in Barrysburg. We stock a variety of parts for any services needs. Services include electrical, plumbing, and HVAC. Call Shade Electric 2 682-9810.
And we're back after an exciting first quarter there as the Wildcats and Trojans get things started here in a competitive game as expected. And UDA with a 2-point lead here to start the second quarter. Greenwood will start with the ball.
That's big for Greenwood to start with the ball in this second quarter after making that buzzer beater three-pointer to end the first quarter.
Yeah, that was a heck of a shot.
And Mortar takes another three-pointer. That was no good, though. Hayden Bellis will come down with the rebound for the Trojans. Skowski looked to drive.
Greenwood now looks like they're in a little bit of a zone, coach, or no?
No,
They're still man.
It's a lot of
they're
help
all
defense.
over the place.
Yeah.
The foul called on Pyle, sending Ayers to the line to shoot two.
For a moment there, they were packed in the paint
Yeah,
there
I'd like
for
to.
a second.
Yeah, we're gonna have to watch that.
First shot by Ayers is up and good. Already up to 7 points tonight for the Trojans. You see Brennan Miller check in for Pyle.
We look for Ayers and Bollinger to be the main scorers here for the two teams tonight, as they're number 3 and 4 in the league in points per game. Got to say, I'm impressed with Greenwood's patience, coach.
Yeah, and that's been that way for years under Kent Hauser, and it's continuing with Troy Gant, who coached under Kent Hauser, and keeping things going here at Greenwood.
Aaron pass there, though, and will turn things over, and the Trojans will get possession. Sam Kerwin will check in, as well as Mason Groh. So Trojans go onto their bench a little bit with a 3-point lead.
Yep, and the ball.
One thing I noticed about both teams able to make substitutions, look like they have pretty good depth on both sides. Should help make this matchup a little more competitive throughout this one.
I'm going to watch Mason Groh here in the corner. He likes to sit up there. And
definitely not
14,
afraid to shoot the deep ball.
No, he's not. And if 14 finds himself too far away, Mason will get one up on him.
Good pass inside by Kerwin. Shot no good, though, by Ayers. Mortar spins. His shot blocked by Ayers. And the Trojans will bring it right back up the court. There's a three-pointer by Nate Wise. That one no good. So both teams on a little bit of a cold streak here.
A little bit of a slower start to this quarter as we had in the first quarter.
Yeah. Back in the flex.
Good move there inside by Brennan Miller, and he's able to finish for two. Good shifty move to get past Mason Groh on the offensive side. Sets Greenwood up for an easy layup, and they find themselves down by one. Wise
Nice
gets around
baseline.
Miller, tipped away, and stolen.
Might have been able to get that in with a bounce pass. Up at the hips, the guy got a hand on it. Sorry, I missed the player's name.
Now when Brennan Miller gets the steal, tipped though by Tyler Sherman.
That's why you have a play-by-play man.
Nate Wise caught reaching the jumper by Mortar. No good, though. The pass out for three. No good. Bollinger finds himself with the ball. A timeout by Greenwood, so we'll also take a timeout. Trojans with a 1-point lead in this final of the boys basketball. We'll see what the rest of this second quarter has when we come back.
Kratzer Hardware is located on Main Street in Elizabethville, Pennsylvania. They have anything that you need to get the projects done around your house. We are open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. We have what you need from growing your garden to house repairs to painting or removing snow from your driveway. For more information, contact us at 717-362-8326 or come in and talk to one of our employees for all your hardware needs.
Welcome back here to the Trojan Sports Network as Greenwood about to inbound the ball. They're down by one with 4:41 left in the second quarter. We apologize that we're not able to get our scoreboard working this evening. The Wi-Fi here just not able to handle all the devices that we have on the network, so we'll have to shut that down to be able to keep the broadcast going.
Good pass inside by Mortar to find Brennan Miller. Definitely becoming a factor for the Wildcats off the bench.
Not a coach around that doesn't like sending the kids out there on offense and getting a bucket right away.
Pass inside by Wise to Ayers. Puts it up, no good. Looks like he forced that one.
Another big rebound there by Miller.
Yeah, Greenwood's doing everything they need to do to pull this one out.
Up by one right now with just under 4 minutes remaining.
Greenwood on a 4-0 run right now.
Since Lentz's couple steals, Greenwood's been much better with the ball.
That one slapped away by Nate Wise. Able to keep Michael Strom from finishing in the paint.
Lentz is going to check back in, see if that does a little bit of, makes a difference for the Trojans energy-wise on defense.
It's true, he hasn't been on the floor to get another steal or two, has he?
Caught reaching there as Miller picks up his dribble. Greenwood able to set up an offense from the top.
.3:30 left in the second quarter here.
Yeah, there's time of possession, I'm sure, would be on Greenwood's side.
Absolutely.
If that was a thing in basketball.
They're a pretty quick offense, but they're definitely patient.
Right.
Very disciplined.
Very disciplined.
And see us going for steals that might not be there. Gotta just stay patient with them. Aggressive, but patient.
Drive by Mortar. He's called with the travel along the baseline.
So 2:53 now. Greenwood nursing a 1-point lead here in the second quarter.
Greenwood took at least 40 seconds off that clock with their possession there. Definitely something to watch out for throughout this one. Might keep it a little bit low scoring of a game. They continue to do stuff like that.
Which I think if that's the case, Zach, that kind of plays into Greenwood's hand.
I would
Hunter
think so.
Lenz takes a three, no good.
Trojans have a tendency to get some big runs going in games, and I think this pace can really make a difference and hinder that.
Definitely. Nate Wise driving to the basket, puts up a floater. That went off the front of the rim and no good.
Rebound there by Watts.
Greenwood really not doing much on the defensive end. Trojans just missing some shots, and whatever they're doing for Greenwood has been working so far, keeping Trojans to 1 point in this second quarter. Very low-scoring quarter as Bollinger puts up a three that's no good.
Rebound there by Mortar.
Yeah, after the frenzy that was part of the first quarter, things have settled in and it's become a game of possession.
Tipped out of bounds, last touch by Laskowski, so.
Yeah, Will's hustle might have backfired there. That ball bounced off the chest of the Greenwood guy, which means it would have been backcourt, but Will did what he instinctively does, is dive and hustle for the ball, and by him getting a hand on it, nullified the backcourt.
Bollinger with a good pass inside to Miller. Left-handed spinning layup is good. So Miller, big factor so far in what Greenwood's been able to do on the offensive end. Their 3-point lead.
Yeah, and at the defensive end, they've been locking all windows and doors.
Laskowski drives his floater, no good. There's tips that went out to Lentz for the rebound. Laskowski puts up a 3 on his own, no good.
They're going to get Kerwin there over the back as Bollinger gets the rebound. So Trojans maybe getting a little frustrated on the offensive end here in the second quarter.
And Bollinger up to 6 rebounds, leading the team in that category. Usually higher scoring, only at 3 though. Biggest factor for that so far has been Brennan Miller inside, able to get 6 points so far for the Wildcats. Could be a factor off the bench, as he's been already, as Laskowski comes away with the steal. It's going to be a foul called on Greenwood, and
as Watts lost control of the ball there, he tried to make up for that by hustling back and made some contact with Laskowski. So Trojans now down 3, 57 seconds left in the second quarter.
Not sure why the clock didn't start. It looked like it started a couple seconds late. Coach Laskowski will call timeout for the Trojans. We'll take a commercial break as well. You're watching the Tri-Valley League Boys Basketball Championship on the Trojan Sports Network.
Kerwin and Kerwin is a local law office located off of 209 in Elizabethville, PA. Kerwin and Kerwin originated in 1945 and is still a strong family business to this day, operating for over 70 years. They offer real estate and title insurance, writing wills, trusts, and estates, represents small businesses, handles family law, criminal law, and also adoptions. Kerwin and Kerwin consists of 4 attorneys that are readily available to help with any of your legal issues or conflicts. Office hours include weekdays from 8 to 5. Stop in the office.
And welcome back. 50 seconds left here in the second quarter as the Trojans inbound the ball down by 3.
Greenwood is outscoring the Trojans 6-1 in this.
Yeah, what a quarter.
Low-scoring quarter. Ayers drives, pass inside to Kerwin. Good pass there by Macklin Ayers. A good job by Kerwin, able to finish that one.
So now I expect Greenwood to, well, nope, there you go, layup. Dauphin has a chance to take the last shot. Holy heck, we're going to see more points in the last 25 seconds than we did the whole quarter, I think.
Bollinger driving along the 3-point
3
line.
seconds.
Fades away, his shot no good.
All
So
right.
we'll head into the half in what's been a great first half so far. Trojans find themselves down by 1. The Wildcats doing everything it takes to stay ahead when we come back. You're watching the Tri-Valley League Boys Championship on the Trojan Sports Network.
Integrity. It's with us the moment we get out of bed. It's more than a word. It's a way of life. Giving 100% every day because we care. Care about precision, about value, and about our customers. It's because of integrity, the integrity ingrained in our team, that MI Windows and Doors delivers so much more than just products. It starts with people, a people-first way of thinking that is the backbone of our culture. Since the beginning in 1947, our founders cared about delivering the best product and service to our customers. And that ideal of going above and beyond is still ingrained in our culture. We live it every day. We approach our business with a family-first attitude. It's not uncommon for a son to work side by side with his dad, passing on that sense of pride, accomplishment in what you do. Here, everyone feels like family. From the plant floor to our enduring partnerships with our customers and our commitment to giving back to our community, we take every interaction personally. We strive to get it right every time, in everything we do. It's all part of our relentless pursuit of 100%. From our precision-built windows engineered to last, to on-trend colors and styles that homeowners are asking for, quality is built into every step of the manufacturing process and relentlessly tested to ensure they stand up to the toughest environments. Success means getting it right. Every detail, every time, packed and shipped with care. It all adds up to make sure we deliver an experience that's always 100% trouble-free. Again and again in homes across America. MI, we're so much more than a window.
For the very best in Italian cuisine and great tasting pizzas, there's just one place to go. JoJo's Pasta and Pizza House. There's something on our menu for everyone, including burgers and wings. We're open 7 days a week and all our food is made to order. Enjoy our friendly atmosphere when you dine in or order takeout to bring home a fantastic Italian meal. And let us make your next event something special with our catering services. Learn more by contacting JoJo's Pasta and Pizza House today.
Kerwin and Kerwin is a local law office located off of 209 in Elizabethville, PA. Kerwin and Kerwin originated in 1945 and is still a strong family business to this day, operating for over 70 years. They offer real estate and title insurance, writing wills, trusts, and estates, represents small businesses, handles family law, criminal law, and also adoptions. Kerwin and Kerwin consists of 4 attorneys that are readily available to help with any of your legal issues or conflicts. Office hours include weekdays from 8 to 5. Stop in the office or call at 717-362-3215.
Kratzer Hardware is located on Main Street in Elizabethville, Pennsylvania. They have anything that you need to get the projects done around your house. We are open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. We have what you need from growing your garden to house repairs to painting or removing snow from your driveway. For more information, contact us at 717-362-8326 or come in and talk to one of our employees for all your hardware needs.
For over 30 years, Pine Creek Structures has been offering the best outdoor structures on the market. From the first 2x4 to the last stroke of paint, our craftsmen are dedicated to building a quality product for each and every customer. Storage sheds, garages, animal shelters, gazebos, playhouses, and more, Pine Creek Structures has what our customers are looking for. Each of our stores is stocked with a variety of buildings ready to deliver to your backyard, or you can custom design your perfect building. Choose the colors, move the doors and windows, or add any of the hundreds of options we offer. Add a ramp, vent, extra windows and doors, shelves, lofts, and much more. Our team of shed experts will help you design the building of your dreams. Stop by your local store and talk to one of our shed experts or go online at pinecreekstructures.com.
Shade Electric 2 is located in Barrysburg. We stock a variety of parts for any services needs. Services include electrical, plumbing, and HVAC. Call Shade Electric 2 682-9810.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are about just a few minutes away from kickoff. Or kickoff, excuse me. Got a lady in my ear asking me.
That's all right.
Somebody in my ear asking questions to get you all mixed up there,
Yeah,
Coach.
I know.
A few minutes away from getting things started here in the second half. Zach, what do you got? What are you thinking for a featured player here from the first half, statistically wise?
Definitely first half, you'd have to say Aaron Bollinger has been a huge factor for the Wildcats, which we kind of expected coming in. I mean, 7 points, 1 assist, and 6 rebounds, and those 6 rebounds are part of 14 rebounds. The Trojans only at 8, so that's definitely a key factor, key stat from the first half to see. Trojans not being able to get those boards like we probably expected.
And that's something that kind of surprises me because when you look statistically, Greenwood has nobody in the top 10 in rebounding in league play, where the Trojans have 2 guys in the top 10 with Ayers number 3 with 129 and Bellis with 91. So the fact that Greenwood kind of beating the Trojans at the glass right now is definitely, I think, a factor in this 1-point lead. And the other thing, Coach, I think is certainly the purpose that Greenwood's playing with and the intent to really control the pace of the game.
Yeah, there's no doubt that the style of play, the pace of play in the first half lends itself more to Greenwood. And it seems to be pretty obvious what their game plan is. It's not an unusual one for Greenwood. They've always, as far as I can remember, been a very patient team on offense and run it until you have something good. Upper Dauphin likes to get up the court a little quicker.
What are some adjustments you think that we could see possibly from the Trojans here or Greenwood coming out of the half?
That's a good question. That's why I wasn't coaching in the championship game. No, I'm going to expect Upper Dauphin to just continue to D it up and do a better job on the boards. Zach mentioned that. Upper Dauphin definitely has got to do a better job on the boards. And, all you can do is try to, take away some of the passing lanes that Greenwood does a good job of creating.
Another key player from that first half, Brendan Miller, coming off the bench. 6 points, 3 rebounds, and a steal. So definitely someone we didn't think was going to have a huge impact, but has done just that so far in that first half.
Done a good job being a role player coming off the bench there for the Wildcats, without a doubt. As we talk about the defenses here, we do have the second and third ranked defenses in the league tonight, and I think maybe part of that's kind of shown here in the first
we've
half.
Definitely seen that.
So,
I'm just, if you're an Upper Dauphin fan and you see Greenwood do things about exactly the way they wanted to do them in the first half, and Upper Dauphin probably can't say that, and you're only down 1.
Got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, I think you would feel pretty good about that. So there's lots of time to decide this championship.
Well, the Trojans are going to start with the ball here in the second half, and they'll have a chance to take the lead right off the get-go.
Yeah, one thing you look for the Trojans to do in this second half, they didn't connect very well from the deep 3 ball like they usually tend to, and I know they tend to heat up later in games, so we'll see if that continues in this one as Sam Kerwin with the jumper from the foul line.
Sam Kerwin getting the start in the second half here. Maybe Coach thinks he'll give him an offensive. There you go. There's a 3.
There's a 3-pointer like we talked about. Hunter Lentz from deep. Definitely a good start to the second half, giving the Trojans a 2-point lead in what's been a very good matchup so far. Should continue to see that throughout this second half as Pyle with the good
flex to perfection there,
shot,
but
no good.
Shot.
Gowski gets it to Ayers. His shot no good, but he's fouled in the process, so that'll send him to the line to shoot 2 shots.
So UDA getting off to the start they're looking for, getting a quick basket, and then a good defense, kind of a break there at the defensive end is the layup missed by Pyle.
The offensive rebound is how the Upper Dauphin scored the first time, too, so that's something where Upper Dauphin's looking to improve on.
And then they got the offensive.
There's another one. There's another one.
Bellis
how about
with a
3?
nice offensive rebound there.
There it is.
And Lentz drains another one from downtown.
So the Trojans looking very good so far.
Good defense, Will Laskowski. Moving his feet, keeping his hands out of there.
Good drive, though, unable to finish. Gets his own rebound. Bollinger from deep. That one's good.
So Bollinger's 3 will end the 7-0 run that the Trojans start off in the second half here. 6:40 remaining in the third quarter.
Ayers backing down, kicks it to Bellis. Drives,
He
puts up
ought
a
to
shot.
take that guy inside, what he did, but missed it. I'd post him up maybe. Bellis is a big boy.
Trojans definitely going with a little bit of a bigger lineup right now
Right.
with Bellis and Kerwin on the floor with Ayers at this time. And
So, yeah, we see Wise on the bench and Kerwin in.
certainly seems to be doing the biggest difference is rebounding right now.
Exactly. They've gotten a couple offensive rebounds already.
Good put up there by Macklin Ayers.
Be interesting to see if Greenwood does go down a little bit here, if they stay with that patient offense,
Yeah,
or
that's
if they
the
try
thing.
and pick things up.
Patience all well and good until you're down.
The foul there on Greenwood.
Off the ball. Illegal screen. That's the thing when you set a lot of screens. Make sure you get set. There's 3 officials and they're watching.
That one goes on Strom, his first of the night. Definitely not what Greenwood wanted from their offensive possession.
Yeah, no, this second half starting off just right for the Trojans.
See if Greenwood they may be able to counter with the big attack, the big men on the floor for UDA. They try and change things up a bit to adjust to it.
Looked like Mortar thought about putting up that 3-point shot. To get it into Bollinger. Good pass by Pyle and a good offensive take there by the Wildcats. Able to answer back, find themselves down by 3. Just over 4:40 left in this third quarter. Ayers takes it, blocked by Bollinger. Good job there on the defensive end to stop Macklin Ayers. Pyle drives, kicks it out. They set up the offensive again. It's going to be a reach called there,
Yeah.
I believe, on Sam Kerwin.
Away from the bucket, that's not a great matchup for Upper Dauphin.
I believe that's
Matchup goes
2.
inside, it turns to Upper Dauphin's favor.
That'll be the second on Kerwin, so it'll be interesting to see if maybe the Wildcats look to attack the big men a little bit, give them some foul trouble.
And Bollinger with another good take there. He's up to 14 points already on the night. That's 7 in the second half for him alone. Scored all 7 points for Greenwood in this second half.
Four minutes now. We're halfway through this third quarter.
Yeah. Greenwood took a punch there from Upper Dauphin and still won.
Good pass inside by Hunter Lentz. Macklin Ayers with the finish.
Definitely a concerted effort to get the ball inside here in the second half for the Trojans. Good move.
Like you said earlier, Mr. Up, with the 2 fouls on Sam Kerwin, to be maybe see Nate Wise check back in, or even Grant Stoner. Haven't seen him at all tonight.
Right. Well, you know, the deeper you get in the playoffs, the tighter you get with your rotation.
Watts done a nice job there getting the offensive rebound and putting it back in for Greenwood.
Right now, he likes the big triangle inside there with Kerwin, Bellis, and Ayers. And I must say, it's done well for him so far this half.
Certainly a height advantage there for UDA.
Right.
Looks like the Wildcats put Bollinger on Ayers on the defensive side. Watts comes down with the rebound, but he's called with the travel.
Referee hesitated there, looked across
Yeah, I
the
don't know
floor.
if he hesitated or created drama that I don't know why he'd won.
Looked across the floor there, looked maybe the far side official was possibly going to call a foul.
Maybe
but
that's what he was. Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
That might have been what he was looking at.
But either way, the Trojans retain the ball. Nate Wise now checks in, and Lentz checks out. So interesting substitution there.
I was wondering, wait, what did you say there? Yeah.
Wise checks
I
in for
wondered
Lentz.
because he wants that big lineup in there right now.
So Trojans going to stay with the big men in there. Bellis has a considerable size advantage there on Mortar.
Yeah, I'd like to see him post him up.
Ooh.
Nate Wise took his eyes off that one, and that pass tips off his fingertips and out of balance, giving Greenwood possession again.
Trojans seem to be playing a little more patient here in the second half of that big lineup, Coach.
Right.
2:35 and counting left here in the third quarter. Greenwood back to their motion offense. A lot of movement, a lot of passing, very patient.
Yeah, Greenwood very cautious with the ball. Don't commit many turnovers, especially for the amount of passes that they make.
Right.
Something you see a lot of teams don't do. Just really trying to look for that opening in the defense.
Yeah, and you don't like to think it happens, but sometimes you just get tired of playing defense.
The shot and the foul. A great finish there by Michael Strom.
And more importantly, fellas, when Greenwood brought the ball down, it was 2:43 on the clock.
Yep.
And now there's 1:45. So they've chewed up nearly a minute of possession time there. And they're going to get potentially a three-point play here.
You see Sam Kerwin checking out with this third foul as Hunter Lentz comes back in. And that's something that Greenwood did earlier, like you mentioned, taking a minute off the clock. They did that earlier in the first half. I believe I mentioned something about that. And even though they weren't able to come away with the points, it's chewing the clock down, which is something that Trojans usually playing a more of a faster tempo game.
I think it's obviously smart on Greenwood's part. You're taking possessions away from the Trojans. They're typically used to that high pace and transition game.
And it's worked so far as they find themselves up by 2 with 1:31 left. It's going to be a foul on Bollinger.
His third.
So that's
good pass inside to McLinaris. Looked like there's some contact, but no call.
I kind of missed that. I think Greenwood did too.
Third on Bollinger?
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be interesting here. We still have a minute left in the third quarter.
He gets inside on Hunter Lentz, and his shot is up and good.
Yeah, he's not even, Coach Gant isn't even, someone's coming in.
Looks like Tyler Sherman to check in for the
I would
Wildcats.
imagine
Hunter
it'd be
Lentz
for Bollinger, so he doesn't pick up a third foul here late in the third quarter. But now with them with the ball,
now they could end
they could really end the quarter with
52
possession.
seconds is nothing for them.
No.
And someone we haven't seen at all in this second half is Brennan Miller, who had a good first half off the bench for the Wildcats. So
yeah, good call. That's
good to
interesting.
see him coming in sometime as Bollinger puts up a 3, good.
Now, not only did they not score and give up possession, but now he has to play defense.
The Trojans could take the last shot, the opportunity just around 30 seconds left.
Right. I would.
I'd like to see Bellis go in there and try and post up on Bollinger.
That's what I'm waiting to see. Good point.
There's drives. Looked like there's contact. No call again.
So now that Greenwood will get a chance now to have the second or the last shot. Their second time to have the chance at the last shot.
There's going to be a foul called on Hunter Lentz. Looked like they tried to go with some tight possession up along the mid-court line, which will allow Greenwood to get their substitution.
That's not a bad chance to take there. It's only his first, team's fourth. You want to stay away from the bonus, but if you're down at the end of the game, you want to be in the bonus. So it's catch 22.
So 10 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Looks like Watts came out and Sherman took his spot. There's a three-pointer. That one in and out. So that'll end the third quarter. We got a great one here. Make sure you stay tuned in the fourth quarter. Wildcats up by 2 in this Tri-Valley League Finals for the boys. You're watching the boys' finals on the Tri-Valley League for the Trojan Sports Network.
For the very best in Italian cuisine and great tasting pizzas, there's just one place to go. JoJo's Pasta and Pizza House. There's something on our menu for everyone, including burgers and wings. We're open 7 days a week and all our food is made to order. Enjoy our friendly atmosphere when you dine in or order takeout to bring home a fantastic Italian meal. And let us make your next event something special with our catering services. Learn by contacting JoJo's Pasta and Pizza House today.
And welcome back as we reset the stage here for you in this TVAA Boys Basketball Championship. The Greenwood Wildcats have a 2-point lead here as we begin the fourth quarter, and they will start possession of the ball.
Okay, here we go.
Wildcats get it into Strome to begin things in this fourth and final quarter of what's been a great matchup so far.
Trojans going with a bigger lineup in the third quarter, able to get some more offensive boards and defensive boards, which has made a big difference in that third quarter.
And for Greenwood to continue to chew this clock down, it's going to make it a lot harder for the Trojans, even though it's only a 2-point game. But if they can continue to chew clock down and keep scoring.
Yeah, they like what they're doing right now. It's not by accident.
Good take there by Motor, unable to finish though. Put back in a foul called on Hayden Bellis. So
Tyler Sherman doing everything he could there, fighting for that ball. So credit him. He's a bench player for them, doing a great job coming in there, and nearly travel.
But it just goes back to those rebounds. Trojans being out-rebounded by 8 here. Definitely not what you want to see for the Trojans.
Sherman will miss the first one.
But he connects in the second for his first points of the night. Trojans bring it up quickly, get it to Nate Wise. McLenair's in the paint. He's fouled by Bollinger. That's the fourth on Bollinger now tonight. That could be a problem for the Wildcats in the end.
This is interesting. He's coming out.
I think he's going to have to come out here. 7:16 left in the third quarter, and that could definitely be a huge factor here in the end of this ball game.
Bollinger leading in points and rebounds, 16 points, 6 rebounds for the Wildcats.
Ayers will miss the first one.
So what Coach Gant will, something's going on. What's going on there? Is it still the first shot? They called a violation of some sort.
I believe the violation will go on Greenwood, causing Ayers to get 2 shots hit again. The Trojans find themselves down by 3 though. 7:16 on the clock. Ayers
took advantage of that.
Yeah,
I
he's
was looking at the bench. I didn't see what happened there, but someone must have gotten in the lane too soon.
Ayers up to 15 points. As it looks like Grant Stoner moves up on the bench, might soon check in for the Trojans, and Ayers able to connect on both of those foul shots.
Haven't seen much of Stoner this evening.
He has not been in yet.
It's tough to sit the whole game and then come in this type of game in the fourth quarter cold. But he's got a good head in his shoulders, and I'm sure he can handle it.
So Greenwood now have to find somebody else for the offensive power with Bollinger on the bench with 4 fouls.
A bad pass there by Sherman. Looked like he didn't want to throw it, but kind of hesitated as we see Brennan Miller check in for him. This is the first time Miller's been in this second half, and he's a factor off the bench in the first half for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it was interesting. Isn't this the first we've seen him?
Yeah, in this second half.
Yeah.
So Trojans now with the opportunity to take the lead.
Looked like Laskowski was trying to hit Wise deep on that one. Looked like he had an opening from deep. Good defense there, though.
Solid man defense for Greenwood is pretty much taken away the 3-point game for Upper Dauphin.
Stephen Wass did a nice job of there, getting his hand in there and poking that ball away.
Right.
Definitely has himself a tough matchup against Ayers.
Where's our stat man? How many threes did Upper Dauphin connect on tonight?
Don't have that number, just have total points.
All right, well.
You're not keeping anything.
We haven't had many threes tonight. Lentz had 2, I believe.
It was a long pass by Laskowski that was tipped by Mortar.
Actually, I apologize. Lentz had 3 3-pointers.
Does he?
As he has 9 points on the evening.
A timeout by Coach Laskowski. The Trojans with 6:09 left on the clock find themselves down by 1 in what's been a great matchup so far. We'll see what the rest of the time has in store when we come back on the Trojan News Network.
I'm thinking 4 or 5 points down in the next minute or 2, he'd be better.
Shade Electric 2 is located in Berrysburg. We stock a variety of parts for any services needs. Services include electrical, plumbing, and HVAC. Call Shade Electric 2 682-9810.
We welcome you back to an intense matchup with 6:09 left on the clock. The Wildcats of Greenwood up by 1 on the Trojans.
And if you're just tuning in, the key right now is Bollinger for Greenwood. Their leading scorers on the bench with 4 fouls. They're going to try and rest him a little bit.
The Trojans get Grant Stoner back in for them, his first time tonight. One thing about Stoner is he's left-handed. Nate Wise takes one to the rim. Rebounded by Laskowski. They get it back to Wise. His pump fake can't finish, though. And an over-the-back call on Ayers.
It's an unfortunate foul there with 5:40 left now. And we're looking at fouls, team fouls. That'll be 5 on the Trojans now and 4 for Greenwood. That's Ayers' second foul.
There's a tip away by Hunter Lenz, playing very physical defense tonight. Had 2 fouls early in the first half, but has cooled off since on the defensive end.
I think you're going to see Greenwood really trying, as they've had all night, but I think to this possession here, they're really going to be intentional with maintaining possession of the ball and being very patient.
Yeah, they're thinking layup.
That one will be on Laskowski, and that'll be 6 now on the
Trojans. He tried to squeeze
Trojans.
through a legitimate screen. Any
So-
contact there was probably his doing.
So the next one here, anything driving into the lane, it draws a foul. The Wildcats will be shooting a one-on-one.
So the Wildcats with the ball, looking to just milk the clock and get Bollinger back in. Good move by Watts. He drives in the layup.
Wow, that's a big play there.
Big play to get around Ayers up top.
Yeah, Ayers had him beat up pretty good, but he's tight and
Give the big man
what you tell the
credit.
kids to do. They're that tight, go by him.
Big man coming from the middle of the paint.
Yeah, I wonder how many times he did that this year.
Ayers is fouled, though, on the shot in the paint, so that one will send him to the line.
So now we go under the 5-minute mark. It's 4:54. Ayers will go to the line for 2.
That one goes on Brennan Miller, his first of the night. Macklin Ayers looks to cut down the 3-point deficit, and he can't hit on the first shot. Ayers is at 16 points on the night for the Trojans. Leads them in rebounds as well with 5. And unable to
misses the
connect with
second
that foul
one.
shot, too.
It's a little early to call them big misses, but sure he would have liked to knock those down.
So Greenwood here now with an opportunity maybe to milk this clock down to under 4.
Yeah, with
Like you said about them maybe not being valuable misses, every shot does count, though, in the end. So
right, yeah, that's true. No doubt about
good
that.
pass there. Good finish by Strom.
I think Bollinger would be perfectly happy sitting on the bench the rest of this game if it keeps going like this.
A 5-point lead and the top scorer on the bench for the Wildcats. No complaints there on their end.
No. Greenwood's
4 1/4 on the clock. Both teams now with 6 fouls apiece. So next foul either way is going to the 1-on-1 into the bonus.
Trojans like to shoot from deep but haven't been given the opportunity. It's great man-to-man defense. They take a three-pointer there. That one way short by Laskowski. And Watts smacks that one off of Ayers, so that'll be Greenwood possession.
Laskowski trying to draw the foul there. I think if he maybe tried to play it up a little bit, had he not, maybe he would have gotten that call.
That's a couple of big plays by Stephen Watts. One at both ends of the floor.
The Trojans go with some full court pressure, but Greenwood able to get it across mid-court.
We now hit the midway point in the fourth quarter as we go under 4 minutes.
Hey, there's Hunter.
There by Hunter Lentz. And he's called with the travel.
He's calling the push, and I think that might be the right call.
Oh, that's a foul on Greenwood.
I'd like to see a replay of that one, but that might have been the right call.
I think the push caused the travel, Coach.
Right.
A lot of Greenwood fans upset with that call.
And he lost control of the ball.
So
that was
what
the
a lot of
biggest
people
thing,
don't keep in mind is you can't travel without possession of the ball.
Looks like Bollinger will check in for the Wildcats as Hunter Lentz
Oh,
can't
Trojans miss that's a third free throw in a row missed by a Trojan player.
When you miss 3 in a row as a team, that is big.
Bollinger is set to come in. Greenwood now
Yeah,
with
kind of
possession.
interesting, actually.
5-point lead.
Miller driving.
Bellied them up a little bit.
And the Wildcats will go to the line now. Let's see if they can have some success from the charity stripe.
See that?
And
See
they
that,
just
everybody?
pulled Bollinger back.
Yes, they did put him back on the bench. Interesting, but can't blame the guy. You don't break it if it's not. Wait, let me try again. You don't fix it if it ain't broke.
So neither team able to connect on the free throws.
A timeout by Coach Laskowski. The Trojans find themselves down by 5 with 3:29 left on the clock. We'll see what the rest of this fourth and final quarter has in store when we return.
Liberty Hose Company No. 2 in Likens is a volunteer fire department that serves Likens and the surrounding community. Please support your local fire department by visiting our club during one of our upcoming food events. Firehouse offers a variety of burgers, wings, breakfast, pulled pork, brisket, pot pie, and Italian dishes. If you have any questions, visit the fire company's Facebook page for details on upcoming events.
We're back on the Trojan Sports Network. Greenwood Wildcats up by 5 in this fourth and final quarter. What's been an amazing matchup so far. 3:29 left on the clock, and the Trojans with possession looking to cut down this deficit that they have.
Trojans have 2 timeouts remaining. Greenwood 4.
Definitely another stat to watch out for throughout the rest of this one. The foul there on Watts. I'll send Macklin Ayers to the line for a 1-on-1, but the Trojans have not been shooting good from the line in this fourth quarter.
0 for 3 for their last 3. Things seem to be getting called a little tighter here as we get down here and look closer to the end of the game.
I thought we'd see Bollinger get off the bench there.
Yeah, and he looks
coming
to
down
come
on
in.
offense.
He will sub in for Brennan Miller.
So Watts now picks up his 3rd foul, so that's something to keep an eye on as he's kind of he really was the spark there in the fourth quarter with Bollinger on the bench.
Yeah, he was kind of the glue that held it together when Bollinger was out.
There's misses again on the foul shot, so these foul shots are crucial here late in this one. Could cost the Trojans in the end. It could be a 1-point game right now.
For the last 4.
Hunter Lentz again with a steal.
Pass it to head to Ayers. His shot no good. Too strong off the backboard, and Watts comes down with the rebound.
A heck of a rebound. 2 strong boys went up for it.
3 minutes now, and that's a travel. No, timeout.
Timeout by Greenwood just in time.
We'll stay here, I guess. for this timeout. We have 2:59 on the clock. Both teams are in the bonus. Greenwood now has 3 timeouts remaining. The Trojans just 2. And the Wildcats up by 5 with the ball. So it's been everything
There's
we
no
thought
doubt
it would
what
be.
we're going to see. We're going to see Greenwood get the ball in bounds, and if they don't have a layup.
They're going to possess the ball, which
No.
they've done a great job of it all night long.
Yes, they have.
And then, I mean, that's the thing of it is right now, Trojans 0 for 4 in their last 4 foul shots,
They've really hurt themselves.
which would
out.
put them within
One
striking
point.
at 1 point,
Yeah.
1 point
Right.
ball game. So
The danger with holding the ball is that Hunter Lentz has a way of coming up with steals.
yes, he does. I mean, he's a defensive player for sure for them. And that's
He
why
has
he's
to
on
have
the
at
court.
least 5 steals. I
That's
don't
why
know.
he's
Are
on
we
the
counting
court.
them?
We have him marked down as 4 on the night so far, but
We could have missed one or
He might have
one or
been.
so there.
Maybe. I'm not.
then the other end, they haven't been able to connect on those fast breaks. I mean, McLenair's just missed a layup on his last attempt.
All right.
Lentz was pushed on that one, and then he missed his foul shot anyway. So
So Green, this is a big inbound play here, Coach.
Yeah.
2:59
big.
left on the clock.
If the Greenwood inbounds gets a successful inbound, it would be easily, wouldn't be surprised to see them wind that clock down to 2 minutes.
Ooh, look at that.
Too easy of a
Snuck him
shot
in there for an air
Bollinger.
ball. He didn't want that.
Wiskowski brings
Very
up the
well
ball quickly,
executed.
gets it to Ayers. And a blocking foul called.
That was close, but it's under the bucket like that. You're not going to get that too often under the bucket. I almost wish high school would go to the arc there that the NBA and college have.
So back to the foul line, the Trojans 0 for their last 4. 2:52. So Greenwood not able to take much time off the clock that time.
Ayers able to connect though on a foul shot.
Yeah, I think Coach
Laid
Gant
into him.
thought he could get a bucket there, and they ran the play. He got a wide open shot.
Well, you got your best shooter.
Yeah,
taking it.
what
Can't-
works? Definitely make a good argument for it. Just didn't go.
So Greenwood rebounds now, 2:45 and counting, and they hold a 4-point lead in this TVAA championship game.
You can tell Greenwood trying to milk the clock. It's going to be a travel called on Greenwood. So that's a turnover, and that'll give the Trojans possession again, down by 4.
Greenwood fans not happy there, and I can't say that I can't blame them, Coach.
Yeah, he dribbled. I didn't have a good view of it.
Trojans
either.
looked like they were trying to foul.
Well, they were aggressive.
Nate Wise pump fakes from deep, tipped by Bollinger.
Heady play, tapping at the will.
2:22 on the clock.
Lentz the three-pointer. That one's good. Hunter Lentz connects from deep for his 12th point of the game.
And that pulls the Trojans within 1, 2:10 remaining.
See, they're not playing man right now.
Now they're playing a very deep zone defense.
Aggressive.
And a foul called on Will Wiskowski. That'll send, looks like Michael Strom to the line. Be a 1-and-1 for the Wildcats.
Greenwood is at 9 fouls here and UDA at 8, so the next Greenwood foul will put the Trojans to the line for 2.
Shot up and no good. Ayers comes down with the rebound. That was a very important shot.
2 minutes to go, and the Trojans have a chance to take the lead.
Wiskowski stole it. It's a jump
That's a good
ball
call.
called.
That's a good call. I don't know what anybody is yelling about. Someone just asked for a travel.
Everybody's
no.
a little excited here. 1:56 remaining. Trojans trail by 1. I think we're in for a fun minute and 56 seconds.
I'll say.
Trojans get the ball inside to Ayers. His layup is good. Macklin Ayers carrying the load.
Oh,
big mistake. Big
miscue.
mistake. I don't know what caused it, but he stepped in bounds. There was no pressure.
Huge turnover there for the Wildcats, and they're going to take a timeout to settle things down, and we'll take one with them. 1:46 remaining. The Trojans lead 40-39.
For over 30 years, Pine Creek Structures has been offering the best outdoor structures on the market. From the first 2x4 to the last stroke of paint, our craftsmen are dedicated to building a quality product for each and every customer. Storage sheds, garages, animal shelters, gazebos, playhouses, and more, Pine Creek Structures has what our customers are looking for. Each of our stores is stocked with a variety of buildings ready to deliver to your backyard. Or you can custom design your perfect building. Choose the colors, move the doors and windows, or add any of the hundreds of options we offer. Add a ramp.
And welcome back. Trojans now will inbound the ball up by 1 with 1:46 left in the ball game.
Crowd really getting into it here late with 1:46 left, like you said. Trojans find themselves up with 1. Both teams in bonus. Trojans will be in double bonus with 1 more Greenwood foul.
If you want.
Laskowski gets it in too. Bellis and the Trojans looking to kill some clock and hopefully make a basket here on the offensive board.
Now the Trojans trying to show some patience.
First of all, it's interesting Upward offense using the clock a little bit. They don't always do that.
That one's stolen by Mortar.
They lost it.
So 1:23 now.
That one tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Laskowski. Couldn't really see what happened on that one. Laskowski definitely pleading his case to the crowd.
He might have been lucky not to get a foul call.
I was thinking the same thing, Coach. So 40-39, what a set we have here. 1:12 remaining in the ball game.
So this is a 1-3-1 trap. They're not trapping as aggressively as they did when they were losing by 1 or 2.
Boinger with the jumper, in and out. Watts comes down with another rebound.
Oh, he got fouled.
Fouled inside, so I'll send Watts to the line.
Got to credit. I tell you what, you can't say enough about how Stephen Watts has played this game tonight for Greenwood.
Yeah, he's made some tough plays. He held them together when Bollinger went out.
In that second half, coming down with some strong boards against some of the biggest centers in the game right now with McLinares and Hunter Lentz. And
showing a lot of heart and grit.
Oh, definitely. Watts' shot, no good.
So 1 minute left now. Both teams at 9 fouls, so we'll be shooting 2 from here on out either way.
Very crucial foul shot here by Watts.
Maybe we'll get some extra time.
Uh-oh.
The Trojans in the lane early.
Watts took his time, able to get the lane
He has
violation.
that odd move where he puts the ball up on top of his head and stops.
Definitely.
And first time no one moved. I don't know why they moved the second time. So it's something he does every time, so it's legal. But I can see where it could fool you. Watch. Usually you like to see a smooth motion there.
Misses 3 in a row.
You like to go right up and shoot that, but he likes to sit there for a little bit.
So under a minute now, Trojans will look to retain possession here.
How long will they wait to foul?
The Trojans call a timeout to get things up on their offensive side. We'll take a timeout with them. Got a good one here when we come back. You're watching the Tri-Valley League Championship for boys basketball on the Trojan Sports Network.
Shade Electric 2 is located in Berrysburg. We stock a variety of parts for any services needs. Services include electrical, plumbing, and HVAC. Call Shade Electric 2 682-9810.
And welcome back to the Trojan Sports Network. We got a thriller here. Trojans up by 1 with 48.8 left with the ball.
Okay, here we go.
Shout out to Coach Hain down there in Waikiki Beach in Hawaii watching the game.
Aloha, Coach Hain.
Mortar with the foul for Greenwood, sending Hunter McLinares to the line to shoot 2, and they're in double bonus now. Very crucial foul shots here with the 1-point lead for the Trojans.
Ayers has struggled from the line tonight a little bit.
Yeah, but the game's on the line now, Coach.
Yeah.
Can't hit on that first shot.
That one was short.
To see Tyler Sherman check in for Watts, who's had a huge game tonight.
Yeah,
Kind of
that's an
surprised to see him come out.
substitution there.
Maybe more of an
Maybe because
offensive
of the foul shooting,
substitution.
yeah.
Man, McLenair's with the shot. The crowd chants overrated.
Just
So
in time for him
Trojans
to drill
up
it.
by 2.
Still the half-court 1-3-1. A staple for Coach Foster years ago.
Very physical
Oh, that was a
defense.
nice
There's
play
a jumper
there,
there.
but not-
No good. Bollinger comes down with the rebound. His shot, no good again.
Oh,
And a
he-
foul called on Hayden Bellis.
That's a good call.
And that was a good call, as you mentioned, Coach. Definitely had him there with the body.
We had a good angle for that.
So Bollinger goes to the line for 2. He's going to need to sink these both.
So oh, that was a shooting foul, so that will be 2 shots.
Either way, we'll be shooting 2. We're in the double bonus now.
I see that now. And Bollinger connects on his first shot.
Watts checks back in. That's more of a defensive substitution.
I think that's a smart move on Greenwood's part. Coach Gant with that decision over there. Bollinger's second shot is good as well. So we got a tie ball game. This is what it all comes down to.
We have 20 seconds on the clock.
Skowski kicks it out. Ayers drives. He's stripped of possession. It'll stay Trojan basketball.
14.8 remaining on the clock. Trojans will retain possession.
And they'll
The
take a
Dolphins looking
timeout.
at using their last timeout here. Set something up that they want.
That'll be a 30-second timeout.
We'll stay for this
We'll
one.
stay here.
That's their last. Newport has 2. Newport, sorry about that. Greenwood has 2.
So 14.8 on the clock, tie ball game. Trojans will inbound the ball with a chance to win this at the buzzer, Coach. Coach, you taking this shot before or winding the clock down, taking it at the
I'll
buzzer?
tell you, with a tie score, I have a hard time not taking it down,
to the wire.
you know,
Definitely.
so that they don't have time to go down and score.
That's what I would do as well.
Jimmy Valvano, Jimmy Valvano would foul as soon as they get the ball in bounds because he says he wants the ball with a chance to win. And he did it
Let's
all
see
through
what-
the NCAAs when they won their national championship.
Let's
at
see
NC
what
State.
Coach Gant decides to do
Yeah,
here.
I'd never have the guts to do it. I don't know if Coach Gant will do it either.
Trojans bring in Mason Groh for Hayden Bellis on the offensive end. They get it into Hunter Lentz with 14 seconds left on
Okay.
the clock. Nate Wise holds it
Down
out
to
top.
10. Is that 10?
Wise
They're
drives,
doing
kicks
what
it
I
out.
thought they should
Down
do.
to 5.
Will's going to
Rose
keep
over
it.
there on the outside.
No good. Put up by Ayers, no good as well. So we're going to
Man,
head
that
into
would have been
overtime.
close. The ref was weighing it off.
And we're going to get extra time here at Newport. We'll have to go around the stands and charge a little extra admission.
I think so.
Yes, sir. What a ball game we have here.
And I'm watching 2 people leave.
Some crazy people leaving
Figure
here.
it out,
Not sure
or
what.
maybe not.
To the bathroom.
I think the bathroom.
I think they're going to the bathroom.
Or one more dog. They might want
I
one
did have
more
a hot dog. It was pretty good.
They're not the only ones going to the bathroom. Is Caleb Shades taking our
Again.
production truck manager.
That boy goes to the bathroom a lot.
Well, if you look at this nice stash here of all the
Well, 2 Mountain Dews and 2 waters will do that to you, I guess.
That
Yeah,
production truck's a lot of work.
He's a smaller kid too. It goes through him pretty quick.
So we're gonna, what we have here, we're gonna go 4 minute overtime, correct, Coach?
4 or 5.
4 or 5. Jump ball.
One or the other.
Fouls all carry over. So keep in
it's
mind,
just a
Bollinger
continuation of the 4th quarter.
is playing with 4 fouls right now.
That could be huge.
That's why he kept them out as long as he felt he could.
And I thought it was kind of surprising to see Willis Skowski take that last shot, but not only just to take it, but he had Mason Groh behind him wide open behind the arc.
He did have Grow open, and he just didn't they didn't pull the trigger there.
But with
Yep,
the
you're right,
talent in
Mr.
Laskowski.
Rupp. 4 minutes.
So we
only
pile and
played-
Ayers jumping
I'm not
for
as-
the ball.
I'm not just a dumb wrestling coach, you know.
I know. And in our games this year, our girls, we only played about 3 or 4 overtime periods all year, and I guess I didn't notice.
Ayers out jumps Pyle, and the Trojans will have possession in this overtime period.
Okay, so it's the starters for Upper Dauphin, and I'm guessing the starters for Greenwood.
I believe so. They get that one inside. Nate Wise, the open three-pointer, is good. So Nate Wise connects from deep.
Timing is everything.
Good pass there from Hayden Bellis. Get Nate Wise open from three. And honestly, I don't think the Trojans took a three-pointer in that fourth quarter at all.
I don't believe they did either. You're correct.
Oh, and a foul called on Nate Wise.
So that'll send Greenwood to the line.
Looks like he came over top of Pyle.
Things must be getting a little heated as Coach Gant has taken off his shirt. He's down to the T-shirt now. He's a little hot. Watch out.
Yeah, this fan's head's in my way, and I didn't see. I know what the ref said he did. And if he did, that's a little too aggressive. You're up three. You had him trapped. You bailed him out.
And Pyle connects on his first foul shot, looking to make it a one-point game. So he connects on both of them. So
nice left-handed stroke.
Just like to say, for all those other ADs out there watching and fans, this is why we need playoffs in the Tri-Valley League.
Amen. Sure. Preach, Mr. Preach.
Get the ball inside there. It's his shot with contact.
That just about went.
That's crucial because Ayers has not been able to shoot well from the line tonight. So if he would have made those 2 points, it could have been a possibility of a three-point play.
Trojans now, like you mentioned, Ayers struggling a little bit from the line tonight. But things are kind of on the line here. Coach made that comment.
Yeah, let's.
Big-time players come up in big-time moments.
Sure.
Can't connect on that one.
So Watts checks out again. Offensive substitution there is 13 checks in. That's Sherman.
So he connects on the second one, though.
Did a good job nailing the second one.
3:13 left here in the first overtime.
Tipped there by Nate Wise. Passes it ahead to McLinares. His layup is good, and the foul.
Yeah, that's a foul. You got to get his arms there, but he's too strong of a boy to.
The Trojans now with a chance to go up 5.
Yeah, that's big. This half-court 1-3-1 trap has been, well, trouble for Greenwood.
Ayers connects, making it a 5-point game.
Now Max feeling it. He liked that stroke a lot there.
Looked very nice coming out of his hand. The Trojans playing physical
defense. What they got to do
still
is look deep to the corners.
That one tipped out of bounds off Bullinger's hand, so that'll be Trojan basketball again. You can really feel the momentum shifting towards the Trojans in this overtime period.
Greenwood has no answer for the 1-3-1 half-court trap.
Definitely
and they got 2 minutes and 51 seconds to figure it out.
So Trojans now up by 5, 2:51 remaining. This will be a full timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Get organized with Pine Creek Structures. From simple to spectacular and everything in between. Stop by your local store to see all your options or visit us online at pinecreekstructures.com.
Great matchup so far as we return, and the Trojans will get the ball. Special thank you, though, to our sponsors, MI Windows and Doors, JoJo's Pasta and Pizza House, Kerwin and Kerwin, Kratzer Hardware, Lens Electric, Shade Electric, Pine Creek Structures, and the Gratz VFW. We thank you for all that you guys do, not just for the Trojan Sports Network, but for all of Trojan Sports in general. It's going to be a foul, though.
And again, who's giving the spark for Greenwood? Watts.
Right.
Stephen Watts.
The foul was on. Yeah.
Foul was on.
He got called for the
Laskowski.
foul, no, I don't think so.
Oh, I thought they called it on.
I don't know.
Oh, it was on Watts.
Unless I missed something. That looked like a couple guys diving for a ball. Of course they're going to hit each other.
That one goes on Watts, yeah.
But if you're an Upper Dauphin fan, you're going to say, we'll take it.
Yeah, anyway. Watts
For
will
Greenwood,
foul out
you're
of
gonna
this
say
game,
that's terrible.
And
Yeah.
with that foul call, Watts is out of the game with 5 fouls, so he'll foul out.
Yeah, he had a nice game.
He had a nice game. Hats off to him. Looks like he finishes with 6 points and 7 rebounds, but the energy and hustle that boy brought for the Greenwood Wildcats was something else tonight.
Hard fought rebounds too by him. So you see Laskowski missed that first foul shot.
Trojans still up by 5, 2:40 left in the ball game. That one's short as well.
You can't connect on either of them, so Greenwood with the ball, 2:35 left.
Plenty of time, but they got to do something against this.
Yeah,
They
this
haven't
1-3
figured it out.
trap
Look at 'em. He's
defense
dribbling in the
is
corner.
really hurt them as Mortar takes a stab at the defense, can't do anything with it.
And having a guy like Ayers out there at the top of it makes it tough. Couple quick guards in the wing.
Bollinger puts up a 3-pointer. That was no good. Tipped and rebounded by Hunter Lentz.
2:10 left in the overtime frame.
See how
Trojans
they do
lead
with
by
the clock
5.
here. Up 5 with 2 minutes to go.
And if you think about it, this is great for both teams, especially going into playoffs, getting a hard-fought battle like this. It's just going to make both teams better when they head into districts.
Absolutely.
They waited to, I think they were waiting for Bellis to get it, although.
The foul goes on Pyle.
As you talk about playoffs, looking into this, Greenwood is the number 7 seed. They're going to face off against High Point Baptist, the 10 seed. Halifax also in that bracket. They're the 3rd seed.
Bellis' first foul shot is good.
Bellis showed him. Don't foul me with the game on the line. I think that's what I heard him say.
Trojans up by 6 now, 150.
He
And
nailed them
sinks
both.
the other one.
Nothing but the bottom of the net. Nice shooting with the.
The boy's got ice in his veins.
Yes, he does. And
143.
And the way they played it, that looked like who Greenwood wanted to foul. They might be second guessing themselves now.
Pyle drives to the basket and finishes. So Tom Pyle able to finally score against that defense that the Trojans have played very physical.
125 and counting. Trojans lead by 5 in the overtime frame, and they're going to turn that one over there.
1:18 left on the clock, and
still plenty of time for Greenwood to pull off some heroics.
There's plenty of time, but they can't afford not to score.
Every second counts. I'm kind of surprised they didn't pass that ball ahead more, try to save clock and get it up the court as much as they possibly could.
Yeah, the throw that cross court was interesting. He's open.
Bollinger, the open jumper. That went off
He
the front of the
hasn't
rim.
found
Gets
it
his
this
own
half.
rebound. Blocked by
Big
Ayers, though.
Big block. They have to be smart here.
Huge defensive
They have
stop by
to be smart here,
McInerney in the
and
foul.
They're going to foul quick.
Huge block by Ayers there. I mean,
It's a smart move by Greenwood, though, to foul Laskowski after his last 2 foul shots didn't look so good.
Yeah, they didn't look so good, but they were straight. That's the thing. They were straight.
So if he can get a little more on him, he can sink some baskets
he
here.
just came up short. So let's see. Relaxes a little bit. All right. There you
Yeah,
go.
he gets that one. So big foul shot there. 51.8 left on the clock. Trojans lead by 6 in this overtime period. And he makes them both, so crucial foul shots. And a timeout by Greenwood. We'll take a timeout as well as the Trojans find themselves up by 7 when you're watching the Trojan Sports Network.
Kerwin and Kerwin is a local law office located off of 209 in Elizabethville, PA. Kerwin and Kerwin originated in 1945 and is still a strong family business to this day, operating for over 70 years. They offer real estate and title insurance, writing wills, trusts, and estates, represents small businesses, handles family law, criminal law, and also adoptions. Kerwin and Kerwin consists of 4 attorneys that are readily available to help with any of your legal issues or conflicts. Office hours include weekdays from 8 to 5. Stop in the office or call at 717-362-3215.
Is that how you? I didn't know how you did
I
that.
bet we're pretty high now.
It was at like 136.
Oh, yeah?
136.
How many from Hawaii?
Only one from Hawaii, and we're back on the Trojan Sports Network. It's many of you just heard Mr. Huffman speaking about Coach Hain, who's watching from Hawaii. We're up to 161.
That's good. That's good.
So thank you to all of you watching tonight and what's been a great matchup between these two league-leading teams.
Yeah, both division winners.
Yeah, and a 52-45 lead for the Trojans. Greenwood with the ball in possession. That's what I was thinking they would do the last time. The Trojans with some great defense so far in this overtime period. Mortar trying to make something happen from the corner. They trap defense too much. It's out of play on Grant Stoner.
The Trojans don't want to. Oh, it was out of bounds.
That's pretty aggressive for not wanting to foul.
We were surprised to see Hayden Bellis not on the court. He just came out of the locker room with the trainer, so it could have been an injury. As Bollinger's three-pointer no good.
Oh.
Out of play, though, on Grant Stoner. That could have been a crucial rebound that could have put this one away.
Yeah, I would have.
31.1 on the clock.
They're in good shape. They just have to be on people. No fouls. Definitely don't want to put them on the line.
Mortar had Pyle open from deep. That air ball by Bollinger. Saved by Nate Wise. He'll bring it up the court, and that should pretty much seal the deal for the Trojans.
Yeah, I think the Trojans are going to walk away with the championship.
Pyle with the foul, so that'll send Grant Stoner to the line.
So it looks like not first-year head coach, but first-year back head coach, Coach Laskowski, going to come away with a Tri-Valley League title.
That's what it looks like.
And what's been a heck of a matchup here tonight. Both teams playing with a lot of heart.
Yeah, they definitely went at it. Kudos to both teams.
Looking forward to next week, guys. We didn't forget to mention the Trojans are going to be in District 3 AAA.
Hosting.
Brandywine Heights, 14-9 out of the Berks County. So that's next Monday.
Yep, and it's only right that this game comes close to an end anyway.
It's out of bounds on Morton. That should pretty much seal the deal with 9.8 left on the clock. Trojans with the 8-point lead, and looks like they're gonna dribble this one out and hold it.
What a ball game here.
Came up with an answer for that half-court 1-3-1 trap.
Great call by Coach Laskowski to deal that one up, and the Trojans, your Tri-Valley League boys winners.
Coach Foster is smiling up in heaven right now.
And I bet
the old 21 defense win a championship.
And I bet Coach Hain is smiling on a beach in Hawaii right now.
Yeah, him too.
Hats off to both teams. What an incredible ball game we had here tonight in this boys' final.
And thank you all for tuning in, though. I've had a lot of fun tonight.
We are going to attempt to bring you that District 3 playoff game on Monday to you. We have to see if we have the ability and check into what the cost is there from District 3, but we're hoping to do that. So,
and remember, call your school districts. We can't stop having playoffs, not with nights like this every year.
Oh, no, you can't beat nights like this. An amazing crowd, a packed house here, and thank you to Newport for hosting what's been a great matchup.
So that'll do it for tonight. We're going to check out. We're going to stay on for the trophy presentation, Caleb.
We will be staying for the trophy presentation.
Looks like our athletic director, Brent Bell, is out there by himself. And a trophy. Someone's going to come out and get it. There we go. And kudos to Greenwood Wildcats being on the floor for the trophy presentation. Not everybody does that. Class act by the Wildcats. Congratulations to the Upper Dauphin Area Trojans, Tri-Valley Athletic Association boys champions.
Best of luck to both teams in the playoffs as they continue to make their deep run throughout districts and beyond. We'll see what they can do.
Check back on our Facebook page later in the weekend here, and we'll let you know what's going on for next week with a potential district playoff game. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.
He's got a powerful voice. Oh, rejected by Nathan Wise. Hunter Lenz takes it up court. He's 1-on-1. Hunter goes up for the layup. It's good. That was a beat. The paint there. Passes it inside. Gets to 8. 8 tries 3. It's drained.